I put myself in some sunshine today. I actually cleaned up my studio quite a bit. It was really looking bad. Not quite done yet, but it's getting there. Just give you a quick turnaround. I don't know. Some say that artists do better in a messy situation, and others say it has to be sterilely clean to give yourself creative. I don't know. I'm trying the clean part for a change because it's always dirty in here. Anyway, today I just want to discuss shooting manually. Not for the, I know that the cameras today, shoot automatic in, either aperture priority or however you want to shoot. And they do it extremely well. But I want you to go back to, the essence of photography and shooting in manual mode and creating the image all yourself without the camera making any decisions for you whatsoever. There's a great feeling when you create the image from ground up. Selecting that ISO, selecting the aperture, selecting the shutter speed, telling the camera what you want versus, composing it and having the camera make some of the decisions for you. Now I have nothing against, using aperture priority or anything you want to do or however you want to shoot. I think there's situations where you need it. I can't even say need it, where it makes your life easier. And I have nothing against, these cameras that can do everything for you to make your life easier so you can get the shots that you need for an event or a job. But for the art side of it, for the feeling that you get when you create the image from ground up, shooting manually, straight manual, even as far as focusing the camera yourself, there's a really good feeling to this. And I think everybody should take the time and do this. Not only will it, give you a feeling that you've never had before in photography if you haven't done this. And I know a lot of my followers are serious, they're photographers to the core and shoot manual and shoot the old lenses and manual focus, and God bless you for it. And you guys know what I'm talking about. And again, I'm not trying to offend anyone whatsoever. If you get your shots by spraying and praying, so be it, just so you get paid and the clients like their images, who cares? But going back to that manual focus and the manual aperture and doing it yourself, creating the image from how you want it from start to finish, there's just something great about that. There's a feeling that you can't get with even aperture priority or automatic ISO. And you'll create images that they just give you this feeling when you're creating it, and when you pull it up saying, I did this, I made the decisions, every decision to create this image. It's funny that a lot of, I mean a lot of photographers, and I'm sure some of you as well, when the camera makes this mistake or underexposes and you get this gorgeous artistic light because the camera screwed up, and some of these screw ups are our favorite images. And the sad part is that screw up would have been made by you and would have been the choice you had you made it. What I'm trying to say is being able to say, hey, I'm going to put this at 200 ISO, I'm going to put it at 500th of a second, and I'm going to put this at 5.6. And look, the light is coming in this side, but it's dark on this side, and I like the way that looks. It's something that you did. It's something that you made from scratch, versus, letting the camera make that decision for you. And yeah, you may make the same decisions the camera would have made in that situation, but you also have the latitude to say, I'm going to try this, and not having the camera change something else to think, to make it think, what it thinks it should be versus what you want it to be. And I know for some of you it's scary. For most of you in this channel, you probably do this already. I know a lot of you use manual focus lenses and love it, but I want everybody to at least try it. No matter what you think. I'm not putting down the whole spraying and praying stuff. I'm not. Don't come at me for this. I know there's new cameras that are automatic and, that's what they're there for, and I'm old school, so, get with the times. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the art of photography. If you don't try it, you'll never know. But, the spraying and praying day after day after day after day, it just becomes monotonous. It's not a creation, it's just, I'm getting the job done. And starting from manual everything, even manual focus, you're going to create something that is all you. Like a painter, they don't have an automatic paintbrush, or a ballerina, they don't have automatic ballerina shoes. Ours is one of the only arts, other than the voice tune for singing, but we're one of the only arts that has so much of it done for us, where we just have to compose and let the camera do the thinking in a lot of aspects. Yes, lighting and so forth. If you're shooting with, strobes and so forth, you make those decisions and you create the light. But go out and shoot. Go out and shoot in manual everything. If you don't know how to do it, or you're scared of it, don't be. It's just practice. But creating that image from scratch is going to mean so much to you. And it's going to give you a feeling, a true feeling of an artist, because you did create it from nothing. You're not letting the camera make any decisions for you. So that's my rant for today. I hope you do it. I hope you go out and just try it. If you have questions or anything, there's so many YouTube videos on how to shoot manual. But trial and error is your best bet. It's just, if it's a bright sunny day, set it at 100 ISO or 200 ISO, and, then, do your shutter speed. If you want shutter, make your decision to be, okay, I'm going to make the shutter priority. So you set your shutter, then move your aperture until your image is correct, or vice versa. Set your aperture if you want that blurry background, or if you want, solid environment and texture in your photos. Set the aperture to a little, 5.6 or whatever, and then, adjust your shutter speed so you have the right exposure or underexposure if that's what you're looking for. Just try it and do it and enjoy being an artist with the camera. And then tomorrow you can go back to, your jobs and shooting the way you have to get the job done for the client. But I hope you try this. I'm going to go out today and shoot and do 100% manual everything. And by the way, the camera thing, not only my channel, and I don't get very much negative comments on my channel, which I do get some, but I see a lot of other channels. Obviously, they're much bigger than mine, and have a lot more input and, forgive me, assholes making their comments. But in photography, the brand doesn't matter, because what's good for you is not going to be good for me, or not going to be good for the next person. It doesn't matter what camera system you shoot on. The debates, they're bullshit for content creators or influencers in the photography world. There is no debate on cameras. There absolutely shouldn't be a single debate on cameras. If you like Nikon, shoot Nikon. Don't worry about what Sony can do, what Canon can do, what anybody can do. Shoot the camera that gives you that feeling of joy and happiness, and it helps you get your job done. I am sure that, next week, this company is going to put out this that's just a little bit better than yours, and you're going to go, should I dump my camera system and go with that? Like, why? If you're happy with your system, if you're happy with the outlook, with what you see on your computer screen after you're done shooting, do you need anything more? Honestly, I don't care. And the Leica haters, oh my, yes, Leica is very expensive. And yes, your camera can probably shoot as good, if not better, than Leica. Why would you spend that much? It doesn't matter. Short and sweet. Leica uses people in Germany in their facility to put these cameras together, to manufacture their cameras, and to put them out there. And it costs a lot of money for that. They have machines, they don't do mass production. This is how they've done it for, I can't even tell you how many years, 100 years, whatever, 1929, I think they started. This is how they've always done it. So, you know, if they want to keep producing, they have to charge a lot of money for the cameras. It has nothing to do with anything else. And yeah, getting a Leica lens, you can put Leica lenses on your system. There's adapters for everything, which I think you should try, because these Leica lenses really are good. They have a look, they really, really do. But is your, like the Sony 135, my God, what a gorgeous lens. The Canon 50 1.2, stunning, perfect. You know, there are lenses that match everything out there. So, you know, don't pound on other people if they want to spend the money on a camera that was handcrafted in Germany. It has nothing to do with you. Like, it has nothing to do with your system. You know, let them enjoy what makes them happy with what they want to create art with. And you do the same with yours. Let's just discuss the actual, what makes us better and what is going to help make us better photographers, period. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to take you around. We're going to go outside and shoot because it's a bright, sunny day out. That's why I'm in the sun right now. I'm enjoying it so much. I'm enjoying the blinding sun in my face. It's phenomenal. I've been waiting a long time for this. So we're going to go outside and shoot, and I'm going to try to get some behind-the-scenes stuff with the camera. You know, honestly, the funny thing is I love shooting, you know, just with a run and gun, one camera, one lens system. I love that. So like carrying a video camera to do this, like kind of destroys the whole thing of this. But I'm going to do my best to actually shoot some behind the scenes stuff. And again, I'm shooting all manual today to, you know, to create something, you know, that I want to create. And I'm not going to hold down that trigger or take 16 shots of the same one. You know, it's a habit that we all are into. But please try it. Just go out and shoot some manual this week or next week, whenever you can, and get that feeling. You know, and manual focus that thing, you can do it. It's, you know, with the new systems, I mean, in between the focus peaking and the magnification, it's nothing to manual focus. And yeah, I know it's, you know, the focus by wire, it's not as accurate as, you know, the old manual focusing, but you can still do it and get some joy out of it by creating that image from ground up. That's it for the day. Enjoy the shoot. You know, it's probably going to be short because, like I said, I'm lazy with this extra stuff. But enjoy the shoot, and if you have any questions, leave them below. Now look, this session and behind the scenes look is not going to be an artistic milestone by any way, shape, or form. But I just wanted to give you a quick behind the scenes look of us just going out and having fun in the, you know, the New Year's sunshine and warm weather for a change. I'm so sick of winter. Anyway, you know, there was a bit of challenging situations where it was, you know, dark and lack of light and very flat, like under here, and, you know, the direct sunlight and a little bit of action, but being able to control every aspect of this camera, you know, and saying, hey, you know, in this scene, you know, the most important thing is going to be my shutter. Now, yeah, you can just throw it on shutter priority, but it's going to meter in a way sometimes that you don't want it to meter. And rather than doing that and spraying and praying and just keep going, you know, you set the camera exactly for what you need. Whether, you know, you need a higher shutter speed or you want a shallower depth of field, whatever the situation is, you're setting it up from ground zero. And it's fun. It was an enjoyable walk around town. We got some great shots. I got to use manual and create images that I wanted to create, that I can't say, oh, well, you know, the camera made this decision, or the camera did this, or the camera did that. You know, there's no excuses in this type of shoot. It's just you. And learning how to do this is everything. And if you know how to do it, sometimes we forget and we just throw it in aperture to be lazy. Don't do it. Go out and shoot.